"Might I have a word, sir?" That voice was unfamiliar. I couldn't help but notice that you were crying. "What?" I reached for my face and there were tears. They were like tar, a vacuous black liquid. I had to wonder why that was, if it was a symptom of my curse or something else entirely. It seems that I am. The witch, and I knew for certain that it was a witch, had approached me. I had to wonder if she hailed from Elysium. Her beauty was not of this world, one of my people, who delved deeply into the arcane. Then I noticed that this aura reminded me of Puck and Ivalera. Perhaps she was an elf of this world, one of those fairies that called themselves elves at any rate. My assiduous gaze could discern that much had been true, but she was not nearly as diminutive. I was certain that we had been introduced before, when I had met Hanar, but for some reason I could not recall her name. How could I have forgotten it? That Elysium had been the home of this Azata, before this realm had been isolated from the phlogiston by these demon lords. "Do you need company?" The fairy grabbed a chair and slid it closer. I was buried in books. I had amassed them at the table where I was doing my research. "If you want to talk." "I don't even know your name." I frowned at her. The exhaustion was beginning to set in. I could not continue this. "It's Danon." I felt like I should know everything about her, but my memories were in a haze. What exactly was happening to me? I felt like I was being dissected by an illithid. "A friend of your lich." My lich? The Skull Knight? That was the only one I could think of. King Gaiseric. I see that he trusts his knight commander. The fairy seems pleased at that revelation, that he cared about someone that much. It is reassuring to know that he is doing well. "What is my friend to anyone like you?" "Everything, Arlan Vorlesh. If I could touch him again, as I once was, I would trade this life." There was a pleasant look on her face, as if she was recalling a fond memory, a story that had already found an ending, a corpse on a throne. The words were clear, when before I had difficulty in understanding them. I heard them when I embraced that ardent grace. It was as if the past, present, and future had become one. The barriers between the three had been broken in that moment, and I was confronted with an unseemly truth. I had seen myself, what I would become, what I was becoming, what I am, all at once. What memories were the past? What was happening even as I spoke to this fairy in the present? What if I was just watching all of this from afar? I was. No. I am. 3 voices, 3 deaths, 3 sacrifices. Had all of this already happened? Is there any escape from what I had done? I did not know. Only that this fairy in front of me was real and that I needed to say something. Anything that would break myself out of this stupor. Why didn't she want me? Those words came from someplace deep within my heart. Why did none of them want Arlan Vorlesh? There was a hint of pleading in my voice, that of a child. What did I do wrong? I fell from the nest. The mother I knew thought I was weak and left me to die. Then the witch came and I found my brother. It was all right because I had him. I died. I was lost in a city that crumbled before a demon lord. I felt a hatred. I directed it all on that Dagoth. Certainly he was the source of all of my woes. I need only vanquish him. I would be whole. This would bring back my brothers and sisters. I was not. I died. I woke in a treehouse and found a family. I died? No. I was going to die. I was already dead. I am dying. I felt warm hands. They wrapped around my cadaver. I was in an embrace. It was not my Arueshale. It was not my Iomade. It was not my Farnese. This was not the past, present, or future. It was none of them. A place where time had no meaning, where Danon wasn't just Danon, where the beloved stood in front of King Gaiseric again. It is going to be all right. You always know what you have to do. The fairy holds onto my body. If you have to fight, you will fight. If you have to die, you will die. I will always be here. This warmth, this love, I never knew it. It was not that of a brother or sister, nor that of a lover. Arlan Vorlesh, I am proud of what you have become. There is no shame in what you are, broken as can be. There would be no Arlan Vorlesh otherwise. The fairy kisses my forehead, and the tears begin to clear. The tar had disappeared, and the doubt had gone with it. No, only that which I was denied at every turn, that I never received from Arilu Vorlesh, that of a mother. There would be no God Emperor of mankind, if not for what I was about to do. I would save my people. I would save those women I took as my own. I would save my sons.